The Smartest Guys in the Room, which is a nonfiction film that covers the rise and fall of Enron, which was an energy company based out of Houston, Texas, and it was one of the largest scandals in corporate history that took place in the early 2000s. It included CEO Jeff Skilling, Chairman Tim Lay, whom was very close with President George W. Bush and his family, CFO Andrew Falzone, and executive Cliff Baxter. Some outside sources included 6 different investment bankers and Arthur Andersen's auditing firm. The rise of this company is really the mastermind of Jeff Skilling. He wanted to start the business from scratch and recreate the industry with creating a stock market for energy and taking the company broadband. They teamed up with Blockbuster and joined forces with GE, which was another energy company that was based out of California. Enron had the largest trading company during its prime and had really aggressive traders. Everyone, including Wall Street journalists, praised Enron's stock. Enron and its executives were living the life, which you could really capture the feeling and the power that they felt through the conversations that the film showed. As of April 17, 2001, Enron was unable to provide a balance sheet or a statement of cash flows to people that were wanting to know really how they got their billions and billions in profits. Their stock dropped from a high of $90 to $54 because of this concern. It's around this time that people really saw the concerned behavior of Jeff Skilling, and he really just quieted down a lot. He was asked by a Fortune 500 reporter named Bethany McLean how Enron made their money, and he replied in defense with, "I have a meeting in 6 minutes and I can't go into detail on that right now." And it really turned out that executives were hiding their debt in acquired companies that they had. They were also gambling and selling their company stock, and after Jeff Skilling sold $200 million worth of his stock, he resigned as CEO, and this is what really raised the red flags for everybody. And unfortunately, a day after he left the company, Cliff Baxter took his wife and left behind a suicide note that stated, "The pride that was once there is just gone." Chairman Ken Lay took over as CEO, and Vice President Sharon Watkins looked over spreadsheets at that time and had major concerns with regulations that she found that violated GAAP, and she concerned her opinions with Ken Lay, and she said it just does not get this creative when it comes to accounting. SEC was investigating Enron and requested several restatements which concluded the billions that Enron claimed as profits were actually losses. Arthur Andersen's firm at that time, who signed off the misstated financials, shredded 1 ton worth of documents and records from Enron. Shortly after the news broke out, CFO Andy Falzone is fired, and the fingers seem to be all pointed at him for this fraud. But the facts are, this was orchestrated and developed because the unethical culture within Enron and its executives, as well as their alliances with the investment bankers and Arthur Andersen. Between all of the executives, they sold approximately $1 billion worth of their stocks before the company had crashed. On December 3, 2001, Enron filed the largest bankruptcy in corporate history, and stock had hit an all-time low of 40 cents. As of 2005, there were a total of 15 convictions, with 1 pending. Jeff Skilling being indicted for insider trading. Andy Falzone pled guilty, receiving 10 years. Ken Lay indicted for conspiracy to commit fraud. Arthur Andersen was convicted for obstructing justice. 29,000 employees lost their jobs, and they just really lost everything, from 1.2 billion in retirements to 2 billion in pensions. In my opinion, these people were all victims of greed. They chose unethical culture and rationalizations that money was just everything, and they were so caught up in the moments that they felt power. They failed to care about the lives of the people that they were really affecting. And this was all in all just yet another tragic scheme.